Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery. Today we will be taking down Year 4 Chapter 7, which has just dropped as expected. And there's only going to be 4 parts to this story, so it may be that we hopefully get another chapter with it, being that it's so short. But we'll be meeting Charlie to discuss our latest trip into the Forbidden Forest. And today's episode will be done from the top looking like we are ready to go to a job interview. And in the bottom, we're ready to jump in bed at any point if we need to. Woo-hoo. And of course, Albus will be joining us on our quests. Okay, so let's get into it. 3 broomsticks. We're going there to Hogsmeade to meet Charlie to discuss our latest trip. And we've lined up all our friend, so we're going to get energy. So there is a special offer on. I've got up to 30% off on only £6.49. It's saving me £2, but I've known there have been bigger ones before. Let me know if you've been getting different offers. Is it just the same for everybody, or are they doing different offers for different people? Wow, it's busy up in here. So we have Hagrid. We hope you aren't thinking about entering the Forbidden Forest, Shiny. It's too dangerous. I've already been there, Hagrid, and it was pretty dangerous. We bumped into a centaur that wanted to obliterate us, basically. Madam Rose Murta, I may have to escort Mr. Bilms back to Zonkos. Why, are you drunk, Mr. Bilms? Have you ever considered that all of reality could be one massive elaborate trick? Have you? Have you had a little bit too much butterbeer to drink? I think you have. It's time to go home, Milton Bilms. And Charlie's waiting for us in the corner. Hey, Shiny, how was your second trip to the Forbidden Forest? Exciting, enlightening, and disappointing. It was enlightening. I learned a lot. I did, from the centaur. I found out my brother once searched for the vault in the forest. I found out he stole something from the centaurs, though. Sounds like you met Torvus. What? You know Torvus? Torvus is the only centaur lonely enough to strike a conversation with a hunter. With a human. I didn't get to hunt him. Oh, maybe that's why he attacked me, because my name's Hunter. Don't make so much sense. The others would probably just shoot you on sight. Why didn't you ever mention that you know a centaur? I suppose I didn't want to brag. Besides, I try not to let anyone know how often I sneak into the forest. Torvus is a good bloke. He and I track dragons sometimes. Not that we ever have any luck. It would have been really helpful for you to kind of like bridge the gap between us. We could have avoided a duel. And whenever he finds a sleepwalker, he escorts them to the edge of the forest and points them back to Hogwarts. Ah, Torvus is nice. He reminds me a bit of Bill, if Bill was half horse. Did he ever mention his missing Arrowhead? Oh, he mumbled something about that once. I didn't press him on it. It seemed like a sensitive subject. He said, if I return his Arrowhead, he might take me to the Cursed Vault. Then we better work out a plan to find the Arrowhead. We could use something special to help with our planning. Butterbeer? Like what? Well, Bill told me about the massive butterbeer thing, and I missed out on that, so... Madame Rose Murta will be a bit upset if I did it too many times, but... Okay, Ingorgio! Charlie at this point has realised I'm in my pyjamas. He's like, what? Pow! Madame Rose Murta is going to come over and tell us off. I suppose one more time won't hurt, right? 1 hour challenge. Hanging out on 3 broomsticks. Should be able to get past this quite quickly. The perks of being a 3rd year. What? I'm a 4th year. Come on, Jam City. The errors begin already. Everyone seems to be having a good time. What should I get to have? Success. Thanks, Charlie. I'll research centaurs and see if my brother knew anything about the missing Arrowhead. Probably did. I agree. Learn what you can about the centaurs. See what your brother knew about the Arrowhead. And hope for the best. Good luck, Shiny. Tell Torvus I say hi. I will do. Thanks for that enlightening chat. Right. Oh, it's time to meet our friends. To learn more about centaurs. Right, let's go to our library and meet our friends and do some research on the missing Arrowhead. Try not to salivate on the book, Shiny. It turns out Madam Pince doesn't appreciate that at all. Really? How did you find that out? Were you salivating on books, Rowan? What's your Shiny? Where have you been all year? Just been hovering around the Forbidden Forest. There will be no spell casting in the library, not even the quieting charm, as much as you'd like to cast it. Right, Barnaby is probably the best person to help us because he is knowledgeable about arrowheads. I can't believe you fought a centaur, Shiny. Did he shoot you with an arrow? Oh, I bet he did. Did you stomp on his tail? Wait, didn't Barnaby come with us to the... And yeah, but I'm pretty sure Barnaby was with us the whole time. Did you stomp on his tail? Did you ask him if I'd be the youngest professor in the history of Hogwarts? Wait, can they predict things? Yeah, I'm going to give you that face, Rowan. And Tonks is going to give you that face as well. And then I'm going to give you it again. Everyone knows centaurs can see the future, right? The only thing I asked is if he'd show me the cursed vault in exchange for the stolen arrowhead. He's considering it, but I have no idea what the arrowhead is, and I don't know the first thing about him or his herd. Will you help me research centaurs? Actually, he is incredibly knowledgeable about creatures, isn't he? It will give me a better idea of what I'm looking for, and a better understanding of how to convince him to help. Of course, Shani. Just promise to let me know the next time you're fighting a fantastic beast. I let you know. I did let you know, Barnaby, and you came with me. The only way Jam City can get away with this is that Barnaby is so dumb that he forgot that he came with me. And ask him if he wants to trade for one of those bows they use. I could do some proper damage with one of those. And ask his opinion on the decision in 1811 to decline being status in favour of being classified as beasts. Yeah, well, I'll do that, Rowan. What's with Rowan today? Is he alright? Right? Right? I love this silence. It's quite controversial. I bet it is. We better start studying centaurs. Get on it, Rowan. Another 1 hour class. So they're giving us some pretty quick classes to complete. Which in the past that has led to another chapter, because they usually put all the the time-based weighting on this one. I've heard there are cases of centaurs being exiled for helping humans. That is, Torvus is a case. I can't stop thinking about how my brother met that same centaur. It's crazy. Centaurs are into divination. Maybe you can somehow use that to convince him. All right, so Rowan was correct. It says here that there are usually 10 to 50 centaurs in a herd. They're proud but fair. I'm sure they'll take Torvus back if he has the arrowhead. Yeah, we'll have to help him find it. And with that final one, we should be done. Success! Thanks everyone. I feel like I've learned enough to convince Torvus to show me the cursed vault. Wait, you need to find the arrow there. I might even learn how to help him get back into his herd. Ask him if he wants to spar sometime. Oh, he does like dueling. I will do. Ask him for a ton of arrows. Ask him about the Ministry of Magic's Department for the Regulation and Control of Magical Creatures. Shh! I'll ask Penny and Tulip to help me search for my brother's room for information on the missing arrowhead. Might be able to find it. Right, Tulip and Penny. Okay, so we have to wait 55, but we don't wait for nobody. Let's meet in your brother's room, Shiny. I'm always happy to help. Good. 'Cause I love you, Penny. I keep having as there's more thinking about I just think about the devastation as if Penny betrays us. Thanks for helping me search my brother's room, guys. I need to see if he had any information on the centaur arrowhead he supposedly stole. Of course, Shiny, I'm always happy to help. It'd help if we had more details on this jewel arrowhead. I know, there's not much to go on. Just look for any notes or sketches about anything to do with centaurs. Let's search again, and another 1 hour class. It's looking like quite a nice, quick chapter. It's filled with papers. With that, we should be done. This place is pure chaos. You'd think we've been through it so many times that there'd be some organization there. Anyway, we've succeeded. There's something under the desk that we've not seen before. Lumos. I found something. A drawing of the arrowhead? I think so. I expected it to be covered in jewels, but it looks like the entire thing was carved from one giant gemstone. Most likely a ruby, if your brother's colouring is accurate. What does the writing at the bottom say? His penmanship really is horrendous. And by the way, that's not a picture. That's a note. It has no picture on it. Gem City. Maybe on the other side. Nope. 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 More writing on the other side. Torvus will understand. This is the only way inside. Perhaps we can convince Torvus that the jewel is inside the cursed vault. Possible. The only way to hide it from both of them is to bury it. So he's hiding it from somebody and he's buried it. So we need to find out where he buried it. Both of them. A second centaur, perhaps? Where would he have buried it? What do we do now, Shiny? Talk to Ben, talk to Bill, or talk to Madame Rakepick? Seems like one of those interesting choices where they actually do have consequences to whoever you pick. Right, talking to Ben. Talking to Ben, he's good at charms. How would that help us? Not really, unless he was helping us uncover things. Bill is a prefect, accesses, knowledgeable, older, or we can talk to Madame Rakepick. Madame Rakepick could be the her that we've been warned about. Remember that the Mysterious warned us of watch out for her, so she could be the her. Therefore, we might not want to go for her. So I'm thinking, for me, it's between Ben and Bill. At the moment, I'm not feeling too... I don't trust Ben. Bill's a Weasley. I can trust him. I'll talk to Bill. He probably knows more about us than centaurs and arrowheads, right? Probably learn about that in some point, somewhere. Besides, I'm sure being a prefect has made him good at discovering where people stash things. Yes. Good luck, Shiny. Just let us know if we can help. Yeah, you can help me. Quick, think of a way that you can help us. Damn it, the moment's passed. I choked. I can meet you as soon as I'm finished talking to Professor McGonagall, Shiny. Okay, well, I'm going to spend gems to make you finish that conversation quicker. Talk to Bill about finding the missing Arrowhead. The last part of Chapter 7 will be in 3 broomsticks. We'll be talking to Bill and seeing if he has any insights into where Jacob might bury it. Little Bill's still in there. I might have forgotten to catch Colloportus and Zonkos when I left. Ooh, does that mean it's still unlocked? Therefore, maybe we could sneak in there. Hagrid? Hagrid's always in there. I don't mind that. I like Hagrid. We found a billywig in my beard. Oh dear. Madame Rosemerta, would you care for a gillywater, Shiny? And when you have it, are you going to turn it into a giant gillywater like you keep doing and taking away business from me and therefore leaving me broke? She might be thinking that. Thanks for meeting me, Bill. No, thank you. I needed an excuse to take a break from preparing for my Newt exams. Ooh, yeah. Don't you still have one more year to study for those, though? It never hurts to start early, Shiny. What did you want to talk about? I'm looking for a centaur arrowhead that's buried somewhere around Hogwarts. I'm going to be really specific. It could be anywhere. I was hoping you might have some ideas. Being prefect has definitely given me a lot more practice uncovering contraband, so could help. Just yesterday I found a bottle of Baruffio's brain elixir in a first year Gryffindor's sock drawer. Really? What were you doing in a first year Gryffindor's sock drawer in the first place, Bill? Bit creepy. Have one of the younger Gryffindors ever buried something? Not that I know of, but I know a few places I'd start digging if I thought they had. Ooh. I'd love to catch up and listen to what you do. I'll even buy you a butterbeer instead of getting one and just engorging it. 3 hours. And it's a 5-star to pass. Okay, let's do this. 3 hours to pass. What do you know, Bill? A first year hid sweets near the Whomping Willow, but don't search there. Yeah, we'll just get smacked. I could drink butterbeer all day. That's not helpful for me. I want to know about Bill's facts. What are you doing for Christmas? Nothing. My family is half gone. I don't even know much about my family. You know, my mum, my dad. I don't really know much about them. Do we know much about our backstory? I hope we find out later. Is it possible that it's not literally buried? What, metaphorically buried somewhere? I think you're thinking a little too deep there, Shiny. I heard the head boy and head girl are going out. Does that happen often? Don't know. Probably got a lot of similar traits. Flame freezing charms rendered the 14th century witch burnings futile. Did it? To be honest, your best chance of finding anything shiny is with a Niffler. Yes. Oh, that's where we could have spoken to Madam Rakepick and she could have helped us. Ooh, yes. So we need a Niffler. I suppose you could try Filch's office. Every confiscated item ends up there anyway. Do you think Jane Court fancies me? No. Sorry. And that's our chat done. I think that's been a pretty helpful conversation in that I'm thinking a Niffler is going to be the best way to find it. We're going to have to borrow it off Madam Rakepick though, right? What we're saying. If it were me, I'd see if you can get your hands on a Niffler. That creature's the best at finding anything glittery. If this jeweled arrowhead really is carved from a ruby, a Niffler will dig it up no matter where it is. So clearly we need to find some way of getting a Niffler, and Madam Rakepick is the one that has one, somebody who has one. I don't think there's any other Nifflers because, in a Care for Magical Creatures class, Kettleburn would have just used one of his own, wouldn't he? So we're going to have to ask Madam Rakepick. Hopefully that will go alright. I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say once we've completed these lessons, I think Chapter 8 will be available, just because that was so short. So here's hoping, and we will find out. There was a recent forced update, which probably had some of the content within an update, and usually that's associated with more content. So I'm fingers crossed, we shall see. I'll get that finished as soon as possible, and then we'll be moving on to Chapter 8. Okay, well that's all for this episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, please hit the like button and hit subscribe if you want to keep up to date with future information. That's all from me. See you soon.